If your muscle group hasn't grown in the last 6 months, I can almost guarantee it's not your genetics, it's not your diet, and it's probably not because you need a better program. It's one specific mistake you're making on almost every single set, and I used to make it too. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never train muscle group the same way again. Here's the thing, most people watching this are training muscle group hard. You're showing up, pushing weight, and probably feeling sore the next day. So naturally, you assume that soreness equals progress. But if you've plateaued despite all that effort, there's a specific reason. And it's so common that I'd bet 8 out of 10 people watching this are making the same mistake. So comment below and tell me how long you've been stuck at your current muscle group size. I'll be reading through the comments. Now, here's the mistake. You're not training through a full, controlled range of motion under tension. Instead, you're using momentum, partial representatives, and ego weight to move the bar or dumbbells, rather than actually forcing the target muscle to do the work. This is one of the biggest differences between people who look like they train and people who actually get consistent results. And look, this isn't necessarily your fault. Every gym is full of people swinging weights, bouncing representatives, and using momentum to grind out one more repetition. Most motivational clips online show the same thing. It looks impressive, it gets views, and it makes the weight seem more important than the movement. But that approach can quietly kill your progress. Muscle growth is driven primarily by mechanical tension and effective repetitions, not simply by how much weight moves from point A to point B. When you cheat a rep, your body naturally finds the path of least resistance. The muscle you're trying to grow ends up doing less work, while stronger muscles, joints, and momentum take over. So even though you may be lifting heavier, the target muscle isn't receiving the stimulus you think it is. That's why you can finish a workout exhausted, feel sore the next day, and still see very little growth over time. So how do you fix it? Here's exactly what to do during your very next muscle group session. First, slow down the eccentric portion of the movement, the lowering phase. Take about 2 to 3 seconds on the way down. Don't just drop the weight and rush into the next repetition. Stay in control and keep tension on the target muscle. This alone can dramatically increase the amount of effective tension each rep creates. Second, stop the set when your technique starts to break down. You don't necessarily need to stop the moment the rep becomes difficult. But once you have to swing, bounce, shorten the range of motion, or change your body position just to keep going, the set is no longer targeting the muscle properly. Aim to finish with 1 or 2 good repetitions left before technical failure takes over. Third, choose one exercise per session and film yourself. Your camera doesn't lie, but your ego does. You may think your representatives are controlled until you watch them back and realize that your range of motion is getting shorter, your tempo is speeding up, or your body is using momentum to finish every rep.
Notice how he
You don't need to film your entire workout. Just record 1 or 2 sets from the side or at an angle where you can clearly see your technique. And fourth, drop the weight by about 10 to 20% and rebuild the movement pattern properly. If you are liking this video, don't forget to subscribe and like for more videos like this. Once your form is consistent, you can gradually add weight without sacrificing your range of motion or control. I know this sounds too simple to be the answer, but when I made this one change, without switching programs, adding new supplements, or completely changing my routine, my muscle group started progressing again within a few weeks. This isn't a secret hack. It's just the thing people often ignore because control your representatives doesn't sound as exciting as lift heavier. Yes, you may feel embarrassed for the first couple of workouts, but that temporary drop in weight is not a step backward. It's how you regain control, improve your technique, and make the target muscle responsible for the movement again. But the basics work when you actually apply them consistently. Now, if you watch that fix list and realized you're doing 2 out of those 4 things wrong, comment
Observe the
muscle
strict
group
form as he starts the
below
movement.
so I know to make
The
a full
target muscle
breakdown
is
on
under
how to
constant
program and train
tension.
it properly.
Now notice
And
how
if
he
this video
initiates the
saved
lift
you from
with lift
wasting
with
another
momentum.
6 months spinning your
Swinging his
wheels,
buyer.
hit
Notice the
subscribe.
contrain.
Next week, I'm breaking down the number 2 mistake, and honestly, it may be even more common than this one. Remember, progress isn't always about working harder. It's about making every single rep count. Fix this, and pay attention to what happens to your muscle group over the next month.
Swinging his buyer. Notice the contractions. There are 4 points you need to watch. Let's count them on my fingers. I've been making 2 big mistakes. Subscribe for more videos.